Welcome to the Serving the Future show. We are at Youth Tennis San Diego's headquarters, the Barnes Tennis Center, in the Inspire 360 Digital Learning Lab. I am your co-host, Ryan Redondo.
I'm Steve Adamson.
And we also have Jackson Ginn, our technician, digital man behind the screen. And we want to welcome you to this show, our first show of this podcast. Steve, what are we doing?
Well, we can talk about many things, but I think how we came together, I think, is a really interesting story, and that I think kind of links to the goal of the podcast, and to just talk about junior development and how we can do the best for these junior players coming up, and really to talk about an interesting story is just. You and I, we both played at San Diego State, me a little bit before you. Mm-hmm. But it's very interesting to me to just talk about such different paths to get there.
Yeah.
Right? I was started tennis late, like 12 years old, played pretty much every sport besides curling. And you were a top...
I was in diapers at San Diego State.
Yeah, that's right. And you were like a top junior in the world. You had a junior pathway, just unbelievable success. To call me an average junior would be probably a benefit to me. Mm-hmm. So, you came up, your dad was a coach. Your dad coached at San Diego State prior. Your dad had an academy. Again, kind of going through that pathway of just, the top of the top. And for me, it was definitely a different pathway. My dad was a professor, didn't really know about tennis. I was just into sports. And it's just interesting of how these two pathways, like there are multiple pathways. It's hard to say whether one is right or not, but I just want to give it over to you to talk about a little bit more of a pathway that I was very unfamiliar with.
Yeah. Well, we had the same coach, John Nelson, too, who's a legend in his own right. But yeah, I mean, I think the whole idea behind this is, I came up, I was literally in diapers while my dad was the head coach at San Diego State. Oh. I got to travel with the U.S. national team and play all these international events and amazing opportunities. Yet we both played on the same college courts and had the same path. And we are now here with Youth Tennis San Diego, developing juniors and opportunities in the sport. And I think that it's an amazing opportunity. And that's what I think we really want to talk about is all of the past. There's no one right way. There's a mindset that's clear in order to get to where you want to get to. But I think that's what we're going to explore with ourselves, our experiences, and then down the road with others too.
Yeah, I'm so curious and intrigued by just how these other players, whether super successful on the court, the people that have made it on the tour, or just people that have been very successful after tennis, right? Whether they're doctors or lawyers or teachers, and just how that tennis experience has really shaped their lives. Mm-hmm. And that kind of comes back to what we're trying to do right here at Barnes. We're trying to really shape these people and be a great influence on them, not just on the court, but off the court as well.
Yeah.
And giving them a way to really, experience different avenues, just different things, and just deal with different, different things that come up in life in general,
Yeah. Why don't you tell us, what do you do? I think, let's start with you. What do you do at the Barnes Tennis Center? What do you do with your academy? You're hands-on. So I'd love to learn or tell the audience a little bit more about that.
Yeah, you'll see me with the hat out there because the sun is always shining when I'm out there. So yeah, I'm director of tennis here, in charge of, all the programs, and it's home to the academy as well, where we've had, been lucky to have a lot of great players. But again, it's trying to give these kids an opportunity to really develop, just not just on the court, but off the court as well. And I truly believe that tennis is just that sport that it's one of a kind. It just teaches you the grit, you have to have such discipline. it's not one of those things in other sports where you just go out there and heck, I can run like a 10, 500 meter, right? And I just woke up being able to do that. It's a sport where you have to put in a lot of work and you have to deal with a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that is just a fitting way to prepare for life, because as we know, there's always something that'll come up, whether you have kids or you have whatever, there's something that'll be thrown your way and you have to be able to deal with it. And to me, tennis is the best sport for that, to help prepare you for that.
Yeah, I can't wait to learn about that. I mean, the academy, Steve Adamson Tennis Academy, to be exact, has produced national champions. The Savida brothers, Zach just getting to the round of 16 of the French Open. Trevor's number 1 in the country. Alyssa on. You can name all of these different individuals that are going to Division I schools, MIT, Ivy League. So it's going to be really fun learning about how you develop people, and then bringing in guests that might do things completely opposite of you, but are then landing at the same spot. And I think that's the pathway that we're talking about. And we're going to talk about how you can get from the junior level to the college level, and then the college level to the pro level. And I think, I know my purpose as CEO of Youth Tennis San Diego is to provide those opportunities for our kids, not just in the academy, but through Barnes and San Diego and our American kids. Yeah. And, we're providing and ensuring that kids can play on their home courts, because that's what we know leads to success. Ultimately, if you want to say the professional level, if you look at what Italy has done, they're producing champions and Grand Slam champions. They have so many tournaments. Yep. And when you can play in your backyard, you have those opportunities. That's my goal, is to ensure that we have that for our players. And we've done a really good job with that to date. And the goal is to continue that. For the show, I think we're going to be able to expand on that too, because we not only have tennis here, but we have pickleball and paddle. And so down the road, I think we're going to see some amazing stars in those racket sports too. Talk about their pathway and talk about how did, a number 1 player in the world in pickleball probably started in tennis. How did that pathway go, and learn the mindsets and learn, what you talked about with grit and whatnot. So that's, I think we have a lot to talk about, and it's going to be a fun start.
I think so too. I'm really curious to just delve into the parent junior, relationship as well. And I think that, being a tennis parent myself and just like, you can talk about it, but it's all about, just different people and learning like what works, and just really getting some of the perspectives of the players that have done it, and different, like you talk about different pathways, right? You talk about the Svida's a completely different pathway. Boy, did that work. Right. So, and then you've got a traditional pathway, somebody like Alyssa going to brick and mortar school all 4 years, winning 2 national championships. That's not supposed to happen, right? Yeah. You're supposed to be homeschooled and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really curious as to like how much the desire of these kids comes into it, right? Like you can be put in, you can have all the coaching, you can have all the tools, but if you don't really want it deep down, it comes back to haunt you, in the third set, 5-all, you got to dig pretty deep. And if anyone's watching the French Open, these past couple talk about digging deep. Yeah. I mean, that's just quite remarkable. So I'm just really curious. I think that we're going to find out some great stuff, and I'm ready to learn. Yeah. Yeah.
I think further to the development pathway, I think, as we build the sandbox, it's going to be professionals coming on this show. Yep. And we'd love to hear from certain individuals and how that pathway, industry leaders, brands, everything in our ecosystem in the sport, because it all connects together. Yes. We all need to work together. And I look forward to highlighting, just the racket sport world, the tennis world. Youth Tennis San Diego is a nonprofit. What we're doing in the city and bringing tennis to kids that would never get this opportunity, right? And then also bringing them here to the San Diego Open so they can see these professionals. It's amazing what we're doing as a team. I think that's a part of the show too, is just highlighting what's going on and the good that people are doing.
Yeah, that's the key. Again, it's presenting these opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Without the opportunities, nothing happens. So just that these kids that were able to go out there and watch the San Diego Open and these pros come to their courts, like what a great feeling, right? As you watch them on TV and there they are right on the court that you're playing on. Like talk about inspiration.
Yeah.
Right. So, and like you said, going back to your other point is like, we need, even for the pro level, the pathway, you know, from the junior to the college to the pro, and how much is changing in college right now. I mean, we could have podcast after podcast on the college landscape and how tough it is for these kids to play Division I college tennis now.
Talking about John Nelson, our coach, I still poke him. I'm still paying off student loans, and I was a 2-time All-American.
Yeah, that's right.
Imagine winning national championship, being a 2-time All-American, and NIL money now.
Yeah.
I was born in the wrong era.
It's crazy. And the lineups of these guys that are playing 7 and 8 now are ridiculous at these schools.
Well, to that point, we have University of San Diego that had an amazing year.
Yeah.
Men and women.
Yeah.
San Diego State. We have UCSD, Point Loma Nazarene. We have San Diego City College in the junior college level. Really, San Diego is a hotbed. Yes. And I think we want to expose how great tennis is here.
Yes, that's going to be, I think the goal is to just we've got so many things to talk about. So many people are doing some great things. Yeah. Keckley at USD, they had a great run and great team. And so, we should be biased. San Diego is the best place to play tennis in the world, and I think we're going to highlight that. Yes. The goal is to talk about San Diego, and then we can go all throughout the globe. But San Diego is the key. That's what we know best here, and we have a lot to talk about. Just lots of players doing really great things.
It would be interesting to do like a data study on professionals. I mean, we know Brandon Nakashima, Zach now. Yeah. Who else in the professional level?
Keegan just won a challenger.
Keegan Smith.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just coming out. Segs is on the
Segerman.
Yeah, on the Patrick. I mean, they're just doing. And look at the SoCal Pro Series goes, and these things that they give opportunities, right? So it's great to see.
But then if you look at that, and then look at the college level, Ollie. Yeah. I mean, he was a 4-time All-American from USD, qualified for Wimbledon last year, developed here at USD. And go to the junior level, how many nationally ranked players come out of San Diego? Yeah. And I think that's a highlight to not just what we're doing, but all of the clubs, all the coaches that are in San Diego that are developing the sport. Then you look at the grassroots level to, San Diego at Balboa Tennis Club. They had the Tennis Fest, the biggest free tennis clinic in America. Yep. San Diego is the best.
It is.
I'm just going to say it.
I mean, we have the best of everything, right? This is the place. So, I mean, we are going to continue to expect great things to come out of here.
Yeah. So for episode 2, we'd love to hear from the audience as we build this sandbox. As I said, who do you guys want to hear from? What are the gaps, right? There's some gaps that we want to learn about, the parenting to the coach, to the desire of the player. We want to hear what are some themes that the audience would love to hear. And as we start to build our lineup and episodes are released, we'd love to hear from you. So in our social media platforms, what's the academy or your Instagram?
It's Steve Adamson Tennis Academy.
Yeah.
We have about 3 followers, I think. And
3?
2 of them, maybe my mother-in-law, maybe my son.
I'm on it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's right. I think my son reluctantly is following me. No, but Steve Adamson Tennis Academy, and you have yours as well.
Yeah, I have a personal one, Ryan Redondo _CEO in motion. I have 5.
Oh, nice.
I have 5 kids, or 4 kids and a stepson, so there they are. And then obviously Barnes Tennis Center, and then Youth Tennis San Diego. Those are all our social media handles where you'll be able to find the Serving the Future show, plus our Serving the Future Instagram, which we will...
That thing's going to have an unbelievable amount of followers soon.
Absolutely. So I think that's a great intro to what we're wanting to do in our intentions of this show.
I think it'll be fun, and again, we're looking for you in the comments to let us know exactly what you want to hear, and we'll provide it. We should be able to get some really good guests on here. So it's exciting.
Absolutely, pros, college recruiters, other coaches, everybody's invited. So we'd love to hear from you. So
I'm just excited to talk back and forth with you and
I know.
get back and see all the different ways and things that we can do to help tennis in San Diego.
Awesome. All right. We will see you for episode 2.